So I want to start by saying this isn't tied to anyone specific. Any names brought up are for example only. And don't hate this video just because I said something bad about your favourite content creator. Now on with the show. So Doctor Who, Season 10, Episode 12, The Doctor Falls has come out. And here are my thoughts on it. Did I like it? Short answer is no. For the long answer, we need to delve right into Doctor Who and the idea that a perfect score can never be achieved. A perfect score such as 10 out of 10 or 100% can never truly exist in a world of opinions. If the human factor is put in place, perfection will never be a thing due to some people seeing errors where others cannot. This is what I believe, and you can disagree with me. This is not fact, and my own rule can be used against itself. But for the sake of argument, let's use it. Fault can lie in everything, even my favourite movie, The Dark Knight, as I praise it to be the best movie, even though I can see the problems like continuity errors and other things that annoy me, but I regard it as my favourite movie. Analysis aligned with Doctor Who's latest episode. Simple, people's opinions. Over the past few days before writing this script, I've been watching reactions and reviews of this episode to see if people saw what I saw in the episode. That angered me so much. It was a video by VoteSaxon07 that sparked this reaction in me to make this video. He gave this episode 10 out of 10 without addressing any other of the problems because of his sim-tinted glasses. But what are these problems? You screamed into the comments section. It's been 330 words and all you've done is talk about Batman and VoteSaxon07. Well, my accurately worded audience, it mainly stems from 3 points. One of which being the Master himself, played by John Sims. After watching this episode, one question kept bugging me at the back of my mind. When I left my friend's house after watching the episode, what was the point of John Sims' Master returning? What did he actually do? Apart from giving a small bit of context on how Missy happened, which was said in one line, so that could have been fit into any other Missy episodes, his involvement with the Cybermen creation could have been done by any other character and actually made more sense in the long-term canon. I really want to know about the other Doctor character and how he struggles to keep his race alive, and the inevitable reaction to him being upgraded. Furthermore, the Master killing Missy was not necessary because eventually the Master would be brought back, and we now know Missy won't go down without a plan, either to regenerate or head off and regenerate some other time. So I ask again, how important is he to the story? Moving on to the next point of why I dislike this episode is the use of the newer Cybermen models. For a Mondasian Cyberman episode, there's a sure lot of Cybers and NIS Cyberman models, which make the episode more confusing and really not necessary. For a dying race of inbreds, they seem to be really good at rocket technology. Plus, if they have advanced cyber classes, why are the original models in the Attack 2? Either go for one or the other. It doesn't make sense with both. I understand this group of Cybermen are different from the ones on the 10th planet, as they are of different origin. But I can excuse them for maybe having some of the basic models designed maybe due to the Master's involvement. But are you telling me that two different groups of Cybermen from different origins evolved the same way in two completely different environments? That just doesn't make sense. And now for my biggest reason why I hate this episode so much. Doctor Who did a hellbent again, and no one has realised. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Heaven Sent and I love and adore World Enough and Time, by far my favourite new Who Cyberman episode, but they ruined its potential with its second part. The Master's potential was ruined. The Cybermen's overall involvement and impact on the long-term canon is minimal at best, and the biggest offender is what they did to Bill's leave. I'm getting tired of both Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat's fairy tale endings to all the companions. The Cybermen's greatest part about them is the fear of upgrading, the fear of losing humanity, and what that can do to a person, how little they can fight it. This process is irreversible. Sure, you may fight it like Bill and Yvonne Hartman, but the cyber conversion should not be reversible. And the way in which Bill leaves is a kick in the teeth to those who are sick of companions who die, but are technically still alive because the show hasn't got the guts anymore to permanently kill companions. Let's take a look at some examples from both Davies and Moffat, and a good and relevant example from the classic era. We'll start with Davies. Rose is a character that should have died when she got sucked into the void, and would have left a larger impact on the Doctor if she did. Even when she survived, the burning the sun scene was even more fairy tale than a goodbye, and an obvious bad PR avoiding moment of missing out the words, "love you." To give Davies the overrated fanbase's opinion again, at least he gave Donna a great ending, although it was still a little fairy tale-ish with everybody lives. Hang on, I missed Martha. Oh, that's because I liked her season 3 ending the most, and it was done right after all the events that transpired, but her season 4 ending is annoying. Although she's married to Thomas Milligan, for some reason, in the end of time, she's now married to Mickey Smith, which makes no sense. And in reality, stupid, unnecessary, and brought a horrible send-off to an alright character. And now for the all-awaited for Moffat bashing. I've been holding out on hating him because both Davies and Moffat are the same. They're both great, but they both make bad decisions, though Moffat is a bit worse. I can't believe it took 1100 words to say that. Let's start with River Song. For time's sake, I'm only talking about the episode Forest of the Dead, which River again is dead, like all other New Who companions, but is left technically alive at the end, which makes death seem a little less impactful. On to my favourite companions, Amy and Roy, which, again, to keep it short, the only death I'll be talking about is their final death, as River's timeline and the many deaths of Amy and Roy can be videos for another day due to the problems there. Amy and Roy's death is again fairy tales, with them not actually dying but living on and having a wonderful life together. Thank you, Moffat, for ruining a great end to my favourite companions. And now to Clara, easily the most hated companion, and for another large video of good reasons to cover another time. But her departure is extremely annoying. Although she did die, she's left to travel the universe in her own TARDIS, which makes the ending, for lack of a better term, fairy tale. As the end of her run, she's still existing and having events. So let's see how the classic series handled this. Let's set up the same scenarios. Cybermen's storyline, death of a great companion. Can you guess what episode I'm talking about? That's right, Earthshock. Adric's death is done beautifully, and it's not a cop-out like other companions' death. The death is real and long-lasting, even up to season 21. Doctor Who no longer has the guts to kill off characters because of the precious children. But season 10 has been so dark that I thought it finally had the guts to do it. But alas, it was not to be. What I don't understand is that people are treating this ending like gold. Their rose-tinted viewers are doing another Amy Rose Rory River reaction, whatever you want to call it, where they can't see that they're being played by the PG censors due to their rose-tinted glasses. Having Bill live on and getting out of the cyber conversion is so out of left field and pointless that it ruined the ending to an alright episode with a lazy Deus Ex Machina to keep the kiddies happy. All in all, I do want to say season 10 has been really great, minus one or two below average to horrible episodes. I have really enjoyed how episode 11 like the most. And I can't wait for the Christmas special and how it turns out, especially with what plot point has been said and shown. What I really wanted to say for this video is that things are never truly perfect and a second look may be required. So before posting a 10 out of 10 score or having rose tinted glasses hold you back from what is truly happening, remember, Doctor Who is a fan show. Fans continued its legacy. Fans gave it new life. So in turn, shouldn't the fans get what we want back? Like everything, Doctor Who isn't 100% 10 out of 10 perfect, and this is why we make videos like this, to better improve the show, only if the creators were willing to hear our opinions. Because without us, this show wouldn't exist the way it does, and have such the impact that it does on us as a culture. I hope Mark Gatiss learns from the mistakes of Davies and Moffat and is able to give us the Doctor Who we deserve as fans. Because we deserve the bitch and moan. Doctor Who is our life. It makes us who we are. So we should try to make it. I've been Chris O'Master. Thank you for joining me on this case study of Doctor Who.